first carry for Christian McCaffrey. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Darnold from the gun. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one.
Go, son. Check, Mike 54. Mike 54. Coming. Check. Young lady. Undercut.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Son. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, here I come. Here I come.
They go play action here on first down. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. The former All-Pro Marcel Darius coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. Right there.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. He's going through a rough patch throwing the football. 4 interceptions in that loss last week. Opening drive starts the game with a pick here.
But we did spend time with the head coach and the offensive coordinator and asked them, what did you see on tape? What did you see on film? And they talked about mechanics, making sure that he gets his feet underneath him, doesn't overstride, does a better job taking care of the football. And I think they're as shocked as anyone to see the first one of the game here in this one.
Yeah, he needs to start heeding their advice. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And on the stop, DeMonte Casey.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
They'll run with Michel. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints 31.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Come on, set, 50, plant. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
3rd and 2, Locke's going to throw. Complete, he finds Bray. And a powerful stiff arm that frees him. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. On first and goal, they'll try the option left. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with third down upcoming.
Let's go. 90, Wolf. Slam, slam, slam. Check, 55 to Mike. Check, 55 to Mike. X3, 218, chopper. 5.
Locked now on third and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
It's game, baby.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Check, Mike 54. Mike 54. They gonna need some therapy after this. Out.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. George Kittle, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, so much for a little 5-yard pass play to your tight end. They made him a deep ball threat there, and it worked out.
Times have changed, haven't they? Those used to be plays that we would clip and save because you didn't see it very often. Big tight end, deep downfield catching a pass. Now it's almost standard. That's a big part of everyone's offense. Get it to those guys because they're not just tight ends anymore. They're athletes.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. On second down, here's Locke. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Here we go. 18 Gator. Switch up. He's coming. Double up. General West. Get it.
On first and 10, here's Locke. It's caught. Beckham. Touchdown, LA! Odell Beckham. His first touchdown of the new season. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
And the Saints first down.
Here we go, son. Check that. We're going to 52 right here. All right, T, let's go. All right, T.
On first down, it's Darnold. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Intercepted. The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Call it a loss of 6 on the play, and it'll be a second and long.
Ready. 60-yard.
These two teams all tied after one. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a second down coming up.
Logo. 57. Good track. Back. Hit it.
Now on second and 16. Locke. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. On third and long, it's Locke. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
We play to win. Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Second and 1 at the 29-yard line.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, second and a yard. Now Darnold. And finding the tight end Wilson. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. So first and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw, Darnold. It's complete to Hopkins. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Room here to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Let him know, let him know. Set. Oh, 80.
Darnold from the red zone now. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
52. Silver.
Second down and 10. Darnold completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 miles. Double dog, that's the way.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Again, McCaffrey. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? McCaffrey. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Christian McCaffrey, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now.
Showing it.
6-6, pull it high.
Check 50. Let's go.
They begin with Michel on the ground. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground on 1st, Michel. Not a whole lot of room to run. Gets it to the 35 after showcasing the great move. Casey Hayward makes the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Locke. This complete to Lockett. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a 1st down.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Michel. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 46-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Joker.
Side.
They'll run out of the gun with Michel. And good running, going to get this down close to a 1st at the Saints 41.
Right there.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in the 2nd week of the regular season. It's caught. Lockett. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 20-yard line.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
Jim.
Greystone, travel. Now.
Into the red zone, it's Locke to Michel on the screen. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
It's complete to Fuller. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A gain there of 21 yards. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal.
Everybody scoot up.
Ready?
And they will run it with Michel. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Michel going to try again. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Sony Michel in the final seconds of the first half as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Hauschka adds the extra point, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Watch the curve. Where's 52?
A final shot before the break. Darnold. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Charger drive about to get going. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Mills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Gonna be a long day. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54.
Now it's Darnold. Complete. Richardson has it. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And the Saints first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A play fake, and it's Darnold. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That's good for 28 yards.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position. Everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. And with good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, your front 5, whatever you've got in front of you, to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit. And that's what he did on that play.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Darnold from the gun. The catch made by Hopkins. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 22-yard line.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On 2nd and 12, Darnold. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Darnold. This is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. But there's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
On the ground, McCaffrey. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Christian McCaffrey with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14.
Chargers 14. Justin Tucker
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. They'll try to get this offense going with Michel. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
It's just me and you.
Lock to throw on 2nd down. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Topper!
On 1st down, Michel. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. He's going to air one out. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Darnold now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now a run with McCaffrey. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot.
Here's Darnold. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, and it's 3rd and short.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. 3rd and 2, Darnold. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that will go out of the back of the end zone. Way too much mustard. Not a good punt, and it will come out to the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. Second and 9 now from the 21.
Pick your game up.
On second down, here's Locke. He's got Fuller. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
Chargers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Locke now on first down. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Sponge. No.
On first down, Locke. He lets it fly for Lockett. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now with toss, this is McCaffrey. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Mike on set. Mike slide forward. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, set.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Darnold. It's complete to Hopkins. Touchdown, New Orleans. DeAndre Hopkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Wide open receiver complete. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Will Fuller, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Hey, echo.
Check right 54. Right 57.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Benjamin's got it. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Go set. 50's the mark. Come on. You better bring
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Marcus Peters up to make the tackle. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
From just shy of midfield, Darnold. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. DeAndre Hopkins, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. I know this defense knew it coming into the game, Charles, and they know it even more now. DeAndre Hopkins is a tough cover.
And anytime you see him out there and there's less than double or triple teaming him, take a shot with it. Just what you're talking about. If he's such a tough cover, one guy's not going to get it done. Throw the ball out there. Let him go get it.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Throwing on first down is Locke. It's caught. Beckham. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Locke now on first down. They'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Locke going down the middle, and it's complete. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around to make a play on the football.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And down inside the 15 he goes. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Locke going to throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Chargers' 45-yard line.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Now it's Darnold. He finds Hopkins complete. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. The Saints on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Darnold now to throw. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they will take a knee here.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11. At the 28-yard line.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Darnold is going to take a knee, and that should just about do it. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the wall.